Hello, welcome to another video. I know this one is JavaScript. Why is Python man talking about JavaScript? Or I guess TypeScript in this case. Yeah, I came across some weird code, so I figured I'd explain what's going on. I was looking, I don't even remember why I was looking at this Bazel thing, but I was looking at this Bazel thing, and it's a CTS file. This is, I believe, CommonJS TypeScript, which basically is just saying, like, this is how the import system is going. That's what the C is for. Anyway, I saw this weird code. Come on, go back to my, there we go. I saw this weird code, which I didn't have a good explanation for it until I thought a little bit more about it, which is why are there these semicolons at the beginning of the line here? And the reason for this is that the TLDR is JavaScript has this thing called automatic semicolon insertion. And the language has a series of rules that causes semicolons to be implicitly placed after statements. But there are several situations where you don't get implicit semicolons, and one of those is if a line starts with a parenthesis. You'll notice that the rest of this file, I mean, this thing does the same stuff down here, but the rest of this file doesn't use semicolons anywhere. This is a stylistic choice that the author chose to do, which is, you know, semicolons are annoying. I don't want to have to write them. And so you can see, like, all of their statements here don't have semicolons in them. This makes me super nervous. Whenever I write JavaScript or TypeScript, I'm putting semicolons there. I don't want to have to deal with this weird automatic semicolon insertion stuff, and so I'm forcing myself to put semicolons everywhere. But in the case where you don't use them, sometimes you have to tell the system, hey, this is actually a separate statement here. And the convention that I've seen is, instead of, you know, this is the line that would be continued on as a function call here. So, like, imagine like this text doesn't exist here at all. The convention that I've seen is, instead of putting a semicolon on this line, the convention is instead to put it on the line that would have caused the continuation to happen. So, for instance, if this line started with, I believe it's parenthesis or square bracket, although I don't remember all of the rules of automatic semicolon. Stop, go away, silly dialogue. I gotta stop clicking, I guess. I don't remember the specific set of rules, specifically because I avoid this by using semicolons. But there, you know, this is one of the situations. I guess I can show you a small example. We're just gonna do it in JavaScript because why not? I don't know, let a equals hello. Oh, you see, I instinctively put a semicolon there. But if we had put parentheses here, even if we're just doing, like, I don't know, console.log1, what this is going to, I put a semicolon again. What this is going to evaluate as is a function call of a string, which, obviously not valid JavaScript. And so we're going to get, we're going to get an error that looks kind of nonsensical. Type error hello is not a function, and that's because it tried to run this effectively the same as this. Whereas instead, if I put a semicolon here at the beginning of the line, this will, run properly. And so that's what's happening here. That's why there's the semicolon here for this cast, or I guess cast is maybe not the best way to say this, but telling the TypeScript compiler, hey, ignore the type of this object because I'm going to be tacking a bunch of attributes onto it. But anyway, that's why the semicolon's at the beginning of the line. I guess like the same can happen with square brackets too, although I think this might actually just not error because if you index undefined into, or there might even be, I think it's undefined, I don't know. This, I believe, will just put undefined here, yeah. So this is a index into this string here. But anyway, automatic semicolon insertion. My personal advice is avoid it by just using semicolons. But if you need to, you can put it at the beginning of particularly nefarious lines. Anyway, hopefully you found this useful. If there are additional things you would like me to explain, leave a comment below or reach out to me on the various platforms. But thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.